it's actually quite embarrassing because I YouTube this particular topic that how to turn on a
Yes.
camera on a video.
Google is the
And
answer.
yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Time Talk Show, where one can blast from the past and take a glimpse of the future. I am Arabella, your host for today, and in today's episode, we are honored to have such an amazing guest, which happen to be my classmates in this time of pandemic. We are going to discuss some school-related changes and somehow indulge onto the subject on how we initially expected this school year to happen. So, without further ado, let's begin with our episode.
Hey guys, I am so happy to have you here with me today. But before proceeding to our episode's main course, I'd like to ask each one of you, how are you all doing?
Today's been great, Arabella. Thanks for asking.
I'm also doing fine. Thank you so much.
We're Gucci. Everything's fine. How are you, John Marius?
I'm actually also feeling pretty good. How about you, Arabella?
I feel great. And it's so amazing to know that each one of you is happy and doing
Yeah,
great. So,
likewise.
so upon opening the subject of our episode today, what were one or two things that had a significant change in your life because of the pandemic? Or what were you looking forward before this outbreak happened? And I can see from here that John Marius and Henrik is thinking, so let us call them.
Oh my gosh, there's so much to see. Let me think. Maybe the biggest change that happened in my entire life right now is that my lifestyle is completely changed. Like for
Yeah.
instance, my sleeping and waking schedule has drastically changed. Like before the pandemic, I usually wake up around 5 a.m. and prepare my breakfast
Yeah,
and dress up like
prepare.
that. But right now,
Hmm.
I just wake up 10 minutes before the classes starts, and not always. That can get a bit ridiculous. I mean, you know what? It's always so exhausting to know that every day you wake up in this kind of situation, the same sequences: wake up, open your laptop, and you see your bed beside you. It's like the bed is telling you to go back to sleep. It's so exhausting, so
That's
tired. You
true,
want to
that's
sleep.
true.
I mean, yeah, and
Yeah,
also the
true.
thing, other things that changed in my life is my eating schedule. Like I have to adjust my eating schedule in terms of what based on my schedule in our classes. It's in online classes. It's usually so random right now. We
Yes.
have this class that starts with 10 and we have our lunch at 11. But sometimes it's usually 12 or maybe later than that because we have a lot of
Yeah,
assessments.
it's so
And
Yeah.
yeah, it's very difficult to arrange all of that into in this particular setting that we have right now. How about you, Jandum?
Actually, for me, it's still the same answer, which is our lifestyle. I mean, before in school, we have a pretty much very active lifestyle. Like, we walk, we
yeah, we get
run,
to
we
walk
play,
around.
like we have physical activity.
Yeah.
Unlike here in online
Yeah,
classes, it's online. We have a sedentary kind of lifestyle. We're just sitting here for maybe like 8 hours and maybe a total of 12 because we play games and all. And also our number of sleep, and when do we sleep, that is also a thing that have changed, and also our diet,
Mm-mm.
and when do we
Yeah.
eat. And I think the pretty big thing that changed is like how we accept knowledge or how we learn, because face-to-face and
Yes.
online classes are pretty much different. And
Yeah, they're
for
very
me,
different.
no insult to the online teachers, but it's actually pretty much easier to understand in face-to-face classes. I think
yes,
that's
I
Yeah,
pretty
agree.
much it.
Yes,
that's
that's true. I
true.
agree.
Yeah, I see. It's totally true
I
what you've
agree.
mentioned. It's like we have similar experiences regarding this, no? But how do you guys think it differs from what you initially expected, or how similar is it? I think it could be answered naman by one person in particular. Let us ask Lou about this.
Wow. What I can say is that this COVID really struck us as the blitzkrieg of 2020. A year ago today, we didn't think of or we didn't had the idea that we are going to be in our houses right now, just doing online class and not being able to go
Yeah.
outside and live our normal lives. But
Yes,
aside from these challenges that we encountered today in the new normal with all the safety protocols is that we still strive to be the best versions of ourselves. We still strive for our education, for our future, and even though these challenges
Right.
really take a toll on us, we still go throughout our day and find the strength to do so. But the counterparts to that is that we lose the sight of what really matters. Like we focus more on ourselves and we forget to bond and build relationships with other people in the community, with our family, and even our friends. And that's one of the biggest things that pre-COVID life and COVID life has differed from us.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. And it's
Yeah.
very interesting, no, that even though that we are experiencing the biggest plot twist of our life, we are still here striving and actually
Yes,
enduring it. And we're at the last part or like stage of our semester now, and it's
yes,
very,
that's true.
yeah,
Yeah.
it feels so
Yeah,
Yeah,
amazing
almost.
and rewarding actually.
it's really
But yeah, how do you guys cope or how do you guys build up competence, especially with the significant changes that has been brought by this pandemic, or how do you continue to live on even with it? Let us ask Vito and Henrik about this.
Yes, there's a lot of things happening, going on during our online classes. I mean, every time we go into a Google meeting, we have to be digitally literate about it. And I remember the first time we go into our Google meeting, I didn't actually know how to enter a link, and I didn't know how to
yes,
turn on my
you and
camera.
me
Yes,
too.
It's actually quite embarrassing because I YouTube this particular topic, how to turn on a
Yes,
camera on a Google
Google
meeting.
is the
And
answer.
it's, yeah, it's really ridiculous. And maybe as I look back on that, the only thing that I could think of is that whenever we experience a new environment in our entire lives, we
Yeah,
have to adapt to those things. And the only when we relate it into our online classes, maybe we could manage our time well, especially when we are being bombarded with a lot of assessments right now, seeing as the
Right,
second
right.
semester is almost finishing. We are very much stressed. The only thing that I could cope up with that is to find some motivation and maybe
yeah,
Yes,
to think
some
that
motivation
my
is good.
father, yes, my parents' efforts and their hard work
Yeah.
just keep me going to school. That is my motivation in my online classes to just keep on moving and survive with whatever the cost it may be. Yeah, that's it.
Yes,
Me, personally, for me, I think that part of being competent means that you should also be good at at aspects of your life. So in these times, in this time of pandemic, we should, improve ourselves, strive to be the best version of ourselves,
yeah,
be
Yes,
it
yeah,
physically, mentally, emotionally, or
yes, all
spiritually.
those things.
Because
it's really
if
important.
we are the best version of ourselves, then we would have no trouble being competent. And
yes,
with that,
Yes,
the values that one of the more important values that Ateneo teaches us is being men and women for others, and to be the
that
best man or woman for others, then we should
Yeah,
first be the best version of ourselves.
it's like
yeah,
part
yeah,
two of
that's
an
true.
Atenean
yes, yes.
student.
yeah.
Yeah, the
And I think
perks.
it's, yeah, it's also very important to start within ourselves,
Yeah.
because when we start within ourselves, everything follows greatly. Yeah. But however, there are a lot of what ifs in this time. But yeah, what if this pandemic didn't happen? What are the possible significant change that you're also to adjust? And I heard that Lou and Random live quite far from Davao. So let's hear from them.
Yeah, I actually live in a quaint little town here in South Cotabato, Region 12. And I guess the significant change that I would have experienced if COVID didn't happen is that I could have had the chance to live independently and freely because I would move to Davao City and I would be able to be independent and just live by myself. I have to cook for myself. I have to pay the bills for myself given that the money are coming from my parents, but at least I have the chance to be able to be an adult. So
Yeah.
that could have been the most significant change in my life.
For me, it's still something related about my lifestyle. Like, yeah, since I'm from Digos and I'll move to Davao, so I have to live away
Or
from my family. Like I have to
Yes.
live, I have to learn how to live independently. Like I have to, like transport my own self, like eat and cook for myself. And
Yeah.
the most important thing is that I have to spend my money responsibly, like you said. Like I have to
yes,
spend it on my needs and not on my wants. But also another
Yes.
important
That's
thing is I have to be used to the place. Like I have to know the place, I have to know the people, I
Yeah.
you
have
need
to
to
know the
know the
school.
community.
Yes, I have to
Yes.
know how should an Athenian act since it's my first day at
yes,
this school. And
Yes, that's true.
that's pretty much it.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, the possible changes now you have mentioned actually could have caused a great impact into our lives. Even us here who live near, I think we would have to go through the same thing because we're almost of age, and I think everybody needs the sense of responsibility now. And but
yes,
now, what are the things you look forward to happening? Because the only thing that I look forward to is the world getting better and actually graduating senior high school or high school, and it's very fun
Yes.
to actually have that in mind. So Vito, what are the things you look forward to happening now? I'd like to hear from your insight.
I am just really looking forward to all of this ending. I really want to make new memories with new people, see new places, go to new places. Yeah, because right now we are restricted, and I am really hoping that we can see each other and bond with each other.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yes, yes,
agree too.
yes.
Human interaction.
Yeah, we really look forward to seeing new people again, touching people again. But yeah, I think this pandemic really has brought us a new perspective, and it really made us become wiser. And I am so grateful to have you guys here and for the opportunity to be able to talk to you regarding these matters. It made me realize a thing or two. But as we part our ways, is there anything you want to leave a message rather or a message perhaps for the viewers to feel heard or inspire them to go on with their lives. And I think one thing I could live through the viewers is to just focus on your today and let um let your tomorrow be your tomorrow, not your today.
Yeah, and despite all the challenges that we are facing right now, just keep moving forward and make good choices because those good choices will pile up and will affect your future in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. For all those listeners we have right now, maybe this is a little reminder for all of you too. That life is always changing, and that the only thing that we have to do is to adapt to the situation, whatever it takes. Yes.
I guess que sera que sera, like whatever will be, like just go with the flow, like don't worry about your future and hopefully let your past serve you as a lesson.
And to all those who are listening, let us be better man. Each of us can be towards others, and let us also be the best version of ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's all.
that's
Yes, yes,
Thank
nice.
yes.
yeah. Thank you everyone for those amazing words to live by. I am sure the listeners will endeavor and make use of those words wisely. But I am most grateful to have you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It means a lot to me to make me feel relevant here talking and hosting
Yes.
Thank
this
you.
thing. So yeah, for those who made time to listen and sit with us, thank you so much for listening. Again, this is Arabella, your weekly kapantukan in Time Talks, where we can blast from the past and take a glimpse of the future. Bye, guys!
Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you!
Bye, guys.